I recognize that our journey together has not been smooth lately, and I want to begin by saying how deeply committed I am to making things right between us. I know that the path we've been on has been painful, confusing, and emotionally exhausting at times, and I don't take that lightly. I understand that your trust in me has been shaken, and I want you to know that I don't blame you for feeling the way you do. Trust is fragile, and once it's damaged, it can leave lasting wounds. My past actions have caused you hurt, disappointment, and uncertainty, and I carry genuine remorse for the pain I've brought into your life. I wish I could undo the moments that caused you to feel unseen, unsafe, or unloved, but since I can't change the past, all I can do is take responsibility for it and commit myself fully to doing better in the present and the future. I want you to know that my desire to rebuild what we've lost is sincere and unwavering. I am prepared to do whatever it takes to rebuild your trust, not just through words, but through consistent actions, honesty, and patience. I understand that trust is not restored by promises alone, and I don't expect you to simply believe in me again without time and proof. Still, I hope you might consider giving us a fresh start, not by erasing what happened, but by allowing space for growth, accountability, and healing. I ask if we can move forward with a clean slate in spirit, giving ourselves the opportunity to rediscover one another and reconnect in a way that is healthier, stronger, and more intentional than before. I know this path will not be easy, and I am fully aware that obstacles will arise along the way, but I believe that what we share is worth the effort. I have spent a great deal of time reflecting on everything that has happened between us and how we arrived at this point. In that reflection, I've come to understand more clearly than ever just how important you are to me and how deeply I value what we have. I think often about the moments we've shared, the laughter that came so naturally, the closeness that felt effortless, the love that once flowed freely between us. Those memories are not just remnants of the past to me, they are reminders of what we are capable of when we are truly connected, open, and present with each other. They give me hope, even in moments when things feel uncertain, because they show me that what we had was real, meaningful, and worth fighting for. I also want to acknowledge, honestly and without defensiveness, that healing takes time and that trust cannot be rebuilt overnight. I don't expect things to suddenly feel normal or perfect, and I don't expect you to move faster than you're ready to. I am prepared to be patient, to give you the space you need, and to put in the work day by day, even when progress feels slow. I understand that rebuilding what was lost requires consistency, transparency, and emotional effort, and I am willing to show up for that process fully. I'm not just asking for your forgiveness, I'm asking for your partnership. I want us to walk this road together, side by side, supporting one another as we navigate the challenges and celebrate even the smallest victories along the way. Your happiness means everything to me, and I want you to truly feel that, not just hear it. I want to see you smile without hesitation, to feel peace in your heart, and to know that I am someone who adds to your joy rather than takes away from it. I want to be the person who lifts you up when life feels heavy, who supports you through your struggles, and who stands beside you in both calm and stormy moments. I want to cherish you for the incredible person you are, to appreciate your strength, your kindness, and your heart, and to make sure you always feel valued and respected. You deserve nothing less than consistency, honesty, and love that makes you feel safe. I also want to take full responsibility for my actions, without excuses or justifications. I know I've fallen short, and I am not proud of that. I recognize the ways I failed to show up as the partner you needed, and I am committed to learning from those mistakes rather than repeating them. I want to grow, not just for the sake of our relationship, but because becoming better is the least I owe to you and to myself. I want to listen to you more carefully, to truly understand your needs and feelings, and to be emotionally present in ways I may not have been before. I want to communicate openly, respond with empathy, and ensure that you feel heard, seen, and respected at all times. As we move forward, I ask for your trust, your patience, and your love, not as something I expect or demand, but as something I hope to earn through my actions. I promise to give you my all, to show up consistently, and to never take our love for granted again. I am fully committed to this journey, no matter how long it takes or how challenging it may be. You are my heart, my home, and the person I choose every day. I believe in us, I believe in the love we share, and I am ready to do the work necessary to make things right. Let's take this one step at a time, with honesty, patience, and love guiding us forward. They need you to know, from the deepest place within them, that their wish has always been to have you beside them not only in this lifetime, but in every lifetime that has existed before and every lifetime that may still come. They believe, with an unshakable certainty, that your souls are meant to keep finding one another again and again, crossing paths no matter the distance, the time, or the circumstances. In each life you live separately and in each life that unfolds ahead, they are convinced you will continue to meet, recognize each other, and reconnect. They wish with all their heart that this cycle never ends, because to them your bond is eternal. You and they are forever associated, tied together by something that goes far beyond logic, choice, or even physical presence. It is a connection that feels ancient, familiar, and endlessly enduring. They long for the reassurance that you will never shut them out or close yourself off from them, no matter how complicated things become. They want to feel secure in the promise that you will always answer their call, that you will come to them whenever they reach out, even if they are far away, even if that call comes from soul or from a place of emotional distance. They believe that, at the core, you are not separate beings at all. You are one, even if at times it appears otherwise. They know that all you may see is them running from you, from the intensity of this bond, and from the weight of what this connection demands. Yet despite that, they believe deeply that you belong to each other. You belong to them endlessly, and they belong to you forever. This sense of belonging is not conditional or temporary, it is constant and unwavering. That is why they feel neither of you can ever truly leave. No matter how far you go or how hard you try to step away, there is an invisible force that will always pull you back toward each other. They believe that separation, in the truest sense, is impossible for you. They want you to promise them that your love will remain constant, that you will never let them go regardless of circumstances, misunderstandings, or pain. They ask you to never close your heart to them, because the love they carry for you is as deep and consuming as the love they know you feel for them. Still, they acknowledge that life in the real world places obstacles in their path, responsibilities, limitations, fears, and realities that prevent them from fully moving toward you the way they wish they could. Even so, they want you to understand just how much they love you, how profoundly you matter to them, and how central you are to their existence. They never wanted you to doubt your place in their life. To them, you are both their greatest wound and their greatest cure, their deepest pain and their strongest medicine. You are the raging storm that stirs everything inside them, and at the same time, you are their only true peace. You calm them even as you unsettle them, and that paradox is part of what makes this connection so powerful. They wish with all their heart that you would always remain theirs and that you would never leave them, not even if you felt the urge to walk away. They know that sometimes you do want to leave, because they have not been able to give you what you hoped for, what you needed, or what you deserved. That reality has not changed, and they are painfully aware of it. They regret deeply that they cannot give you what you want, especially knowing that all you ever asked for was love, pure, simple, unwavering love. Despite this, the thought of you abandoning them or ever stopping loving them is unbearable. They know that if you were to walk away completely or if your love were to fade, it would break them in ways they cannot fully describe. It would shatter them and leave them devastated. They want you to understand that the suffering caused by this separation is not something you endure alone. If you think you are the only one carrying the pain, that belief is mistaken. They are suffering too, just as intensely, just as deeply. You may not realize how much they miss you, or how often they have to restrain themselves from calling you, messaging you, or hearing your voice. Every moment of silence is an act of self-denial, an internal struggle between longing and restraint. They wish they could take you into their arms, hold you tightly, and cry with you without holding anything back. They imagine embracing you while sobbing uncontrollably, releasing all the grief, love, frustration, and longing they have kept inside. Instead, tears fall in solitude, reminding them of how powerless they sometimes feel. Yet even in this helplessness, your connection gives them hope. It gives them strength when they feel like they have none left. They feel as though there is an unseen presence surrounding them, an invisible soul, a force that holds them together and refuses to let them fall apart completely. This presence keeps them from fully breaking, from completely disconnecting, and they hope with everything they have that it never disappears. They believe this connection is meant to remain exactly as it is, enduring beyond fear and resistance. To them, this is the kind of bond that should last forever. It is rare, sacred, and deeply blessed. It does not fade, even when both of you try to escape it or deny its power. No matter how much distance you create or how strongly you resist, it remains. That is its beauty, and that beauty is what they love the most. It is what they cherish, protect, and hold sacred in their heart. You are their motivation, the reason they push forward when they feel lost or exhausted. You inspire them in ways no one else ever has, influencing their thoughts, emotions, and actions more deeply than they ever expected. You help them see the world differently, opening perspectives they never had before. This has never happened to them with anyone else, and that unfamiliar intensity sometimes frightens them. They question what is happening to them, wondering why they feel so changed, so affected. They talk to themselves when they are alone, trying to make sense of emotions that feel overwhelming and uncontrollable. Even so, they know with certainty that they can love you forever and that they will never forget you. They feel drawn to you even when they try to resist that pull, even when they tell themselves they should let go. It feels like an addiction, something embedded too deeply to escape. They cannot stop thinking about you, not for a single day. They feel as though you live within them, running through their blood and veins, existing in every breath they take. They feel your presence as if they can smell you, inhale you, and sense you constantly, like a powerful screen surrounding their entire being. They want you to remember, always, that you are the only one they truly and profoundly need. Everything else in life feels secondary, almost like a performance or illusion. To them, the rest of the world is a divine play, and both of you are simply acting out roles that have been spiritually directed and carefully orchestrated. They believe you are deeply connected on a spiritual level, bound by something far greater than circumstance or choice. No matter what you see happening in the physical world, they want you to know that it is temporary. Situations change, obstacles pass, and realities shift. But at the end of it all, they believe you are theirs and they are yours. That truth, in their heart, remains unshaken. You are the one they focus on, the one they return to in thought and feeling, and the one who will remain with them until the end of time.